Michelle Graves, your host on today's segment of The Power of Money. I'm glad to have you here. Now, at The Power of Money, we are interested in three things happening. First, we want you to get the necessary education so that you and your family can make the decisions that will impact positively on you in your financial life. The second thing is that you be empowered to prosper. I only want the best for you. And you can only get that if you have education and then the drive to make it happen. And the third thing that is so important to me is that you recognize that life is more than a journey and that you be energized so that you can begin to participate in the truly joyous experience of living. So, here's to empowerment, here's to education, and here's to energy. I'm Michelle Graves, your host, Power of Money, and here we go. And here we go. Part 2 of my interview with certified health professional Bette and Roebuck, who has spent the last 20 plus years in the area of naturopathic medicine as well as emotional healing, physical, spiritual. She's a minister too, which makes it even better. And last segment, for those of you who watched, and by the way, those of you that missed it, you can go to YouTube, type in The Power of Money, type in my name, Michelle Graves, type in her name, Bette Ann Roebuck, and voila, you get to see the program as much as you want, anytime you want, 24/7. So I encourage you to take advantage of that. But today's show, we're going to continue on health care challenges. America is in crisis. Maybe you, if not, soon to be, because it's just out of control. Our bad food, processed food, high fructose, that's corn syrup, yuck, food, everything's got this garbage in it, genetically modified plants, corn. I mean, really, Monsanto needs to go to a dark place and be shut off from humanity. I did say that. And we're going to be now talking in today's segment, part 2. And I would love to be able to have her on. I told her I could be in this room with you all day because she has so heightened my awareness. And I'm pretty tight about stuff, but you cannot know everything. That's why you depend upon people such as her to educate you so that you're empowered to live. It's not even being sick. People are leaving here, okay? Cancer and everything. Have you ever? So we're going to continue the conversation with Miss Roebuck just by way of her biography, and I'm going to be brief because it's just encompassing so much. She's done so much. She has had 28 different types of cancer to begin with, including breast cancer. And she has been involved nationally and internationally in bringing healing into nations and people, including Ghana, West Africa. She is the founder and member of the Dayton-based National Center for Holistic and Integrated Medicine, which brings together doctors and practitioners in a collaborative and cooperative way. Yes, it is possible in America. It is. She's also involved with the International Society for Holistic and Integrated Medicine. And not only is she gifted and talented, but my goodness gracious, her accolades are many, including Businesswoman of the Year, 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 by the National Republican Congressional Committee, Business Advisory Council. That's saying a lot. So I could say more, but I'm going to let her sing her own song because it's a song that you need to listen to and learn in this next segment where we deal with specific diseases. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait. How are you?
Fine.
Again,
Yes.
you're amazing. What
Thank
can I
you.
say about you? Where do we want to begin?
Well, you mentioned cancer,
Yes.
so why don't we start there?
Why not?
Okay. Cancer, when people say cancer runs in their family,
Uh-huh.
they are correct.
Really?
Yes. There are genes. One is a cancer gene, one is an oncogene, and the other one is a cancer suppressor gene. If those gene switches are on, you're going to get cancer. See, we always have to go to the root problem.
Okay.
So if you acquired or if you inherited these genes from your mother or your father, you're going to get cancer eventually.
Inevitable.
Yeah, so you just turn the switch off.
So you turn the switch
off.
off.
Yeah, in each one of those. Same thing with allergies. It's the allergy gene. Your mother's allergic to whatever, you end up being allergic to it as well. It's because your genes, you acquired those genes from her.
Right,
Yes.
you would, yeah.
So everything needs to go back to the bottom line, the genes. You're not going to get that in a medical field because they don't learn that.
They don't.
No.
Well, I know in my field, we did. I mean, biochemistry, you're going to learn those things.
Yes.
And the cellular metabolism and how we work on the inside.
Exactly. Now let me tell you how important that it is.
Okay.
When John Kennedy
Yes.
was president of the United States,
Okay.
we had the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yes, we did.
And what Fidel Castro wanted to do, he's not so far from Florida. Cuba is near to Florida.
Right, you could throw a rock.
Yes,
Literally.
and so he had some missiles aimed at Florida. Okay? John Kennedy said, you're not doing that.
No.
No. So the United States aimed their missiles and told Castro, if you don't take those things, aim those things at somewhere else, we're going to blow you out the water.
And we would have.
Yes. So Fidel Castro then dismantled it, of course, but this is what he did. He had his scientists to get some birds, pelicans and so on, and genetically engineer the birds so that their fecal matter would have things in it that will cause us to have Alzheimer's disease.
No, you just did not say
Yeah,
that.
you can get Alzheimer's from different things, okay?
Okay.
But so what he did was he let that flock of birds come to the United States. So if somebody comes to me and they have some issues with memory or they're bleeding or they can't think well or whatever, the first thing I'm going to ask them is, do you have any trees by your house? And the answer is always yes.
And what is the significance of a tree by your home?
Because the birds have ticks in them. When you get a bird tick bite, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to become paralyzed automatically. And you're going to acquire Lou Gehrig's disease, which is known as ALS as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
From a bird.
From a bird. You can go online, go on the
Any
internet,
bird.
and look up the bird tick. And they will show you a bird that has a big tick on its head. Now, when that tick bites you, this is what happens. Every parasite has its own parasite that lives on it.
So a parasite has a parasite.
Exactly.
That's eating on him.
That's exactly right. That parasite is called a spirochete.
Okay.
So when you get bitten by a bird tick, the spirochete goes into your bloodstream and it causes you to be septic. It poisons your blood. The next thing that happens is that your nerves are going to start to swell up. Okay? When your nerves start to swell up, you're going to be very, very sick, and you're going to have what's called co-infections. All right?
Okay.
A co-infection is something like you start off with a cold, the next thing you know, you have pneumonia. So
It
first,
accelerates.
exactly, and then you can have other things that goes with it. Okay. So the birds have ticks on them. Okay.
All birds or
All
some birds?
No, the birds that Fidel Castro sent to the United
States
Okay.
all had ticks.
But most birds do have ticks anyway, just like a dog has ticks, a cat has ticks.
Okay.
And they cause different diseases.
In humans, yeah.
When you have an animal that has a tick on it and the tick bites you, regardless of whether it's a dog or a cat or a deer, it doesn't matter. You are going to get what's known as Lyme's disease. There is no medical fix for that.
For that tick having bit you.
There is none for Lyme disease, not medically. A holistic practitioner, we do it. We help the person to get well. But because the nerves swell up,
yeah,
you can have a lot of issues in your brain. Do you see?
So is it able to cross the
It can cross the blood-brain barrier, but that's not where we start.
Okay.
Okay. Where we start is finding out where the person lives, that they've been bitten by a tick when we evaluate them, okay? And then we start to give them remedies that's going to take care of it.
Is it a long-term?
It can be. Right now, I have a family in another state. Every single family member has Lyme disease. The parents and the 8 children.
No.
8 children.
No.
These children are being homeschooled. They're too sick to go anywhere.
All of them got bitten?
All of them.
The parents too?
Yeah, and the father can barely work because it drains your energy. Lyme disease, everybody should look that up on the internet. It is not a fun disorder to have. Now, there's something along with the Lyme disease, it's called pandas or PANS. It can attack your throat and give you bone cancer, jawbone cancer. Of course, when you have Lyme disease, naturally you're going to get cancer as well because too much poison.
From a tick?
From a tick bite.
A tick?
And people get bitten by ticks, they don't even know. If you have a rat running around your house, at night it can get into bed with you. And when the tick falls off and bites you, you don't know it.
What did you
Yeah, that's
just
the reason
say?
you could not pay me to go on a cruise. You can't. Because people are allowed to take their animals.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then you're sleeping and the rats are running around. No.
I'm
You
not
get Lyme
having a
disease.
rat in my daggone bed.
Well, you can't help it. You don't know it.
You're right. I had a situation, it wasn't a rat, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Rodents are very efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lyme disease, because the doctors, the insurance companies will not pay for it either.
What?
No. There is a company in California called Igenics that will evaluate you and so on. It costs a lot of money.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I can do the same thing, you know, but
For
I don't.
considerably less.
Oh, $65.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, yeah, just an office visit.
Yeah. Okay.
But what I do is I take your saliva. I do a saliva test because your saliva has your DNA in it, and it will tell me everything about you. Okay. Now, it'll take a little time. It depends on how long you've had the Lyme disease, and it depends on what kind of tick bit you.
I mean.
Okay, you ever heard of a man by the name of Lou Gehrig's?
Yes.
That's what happened to him.
He got bit by
He got
a
bitten
tick
by a tick.
and wound up with
Lou Gehrig's disease. But you get it from a bird tick. The doctors don't know that yet. I found that out myself.
It comes from a bird
tick.
tick. You're going to make me claustrophobic. I'm not going to want to go out the house. Now, next thing you
No.
got to tell me is cockroaches are carrying something around.
No, but wait a minute. Never walk on the grass.
What? I just was on the grass.
No, there's another tick. It's called a Lone Star tick.
Lone Star, as in Dallas, Texas, Lone Star tick.
Yeah, it's a brown tick, and in the middle of its back, there's a white thing that looks like a star. That's why they call it the Lone
Star tick.
Guess where it lives?
I have no idea. In the grass.
Thank you. So when you go on the internet and you look for the Lone Star tick, they will show you a tick on a blade of grass.
And that's where he lives.
That's, yes.
So how do you get rid of him?
Don't use Agent Orange.
How are you going to use Agent Orange?
You do.
I'm serious.
You don't know where it comes from?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. You know,
Agent Orange that they doused on our military men in Vietnam, is that the same chemical?
That's the same thing. It's a pest. Let me tell you what happened. In Vietnam, Monsanto made a pesticide so that it will defoliate the trees.
Ah, so they could shoot.
Could see the enemy.
Okay. Oh my God.
See?
Yes.
So once the leaves fall off the trees, then you can see the enemy.
Who is the enemy.
Exactly. They had, the reason it's called Agent Orange is because it was stored in big barrels with a big orange O to identify what was in the barrel. All right?
You know.
Okay, but well, after the war was over, they had so much of it. They didn't know what to do with it. So they started to use it as a pesticide for the grass.
For the United States.
Exactly.
Because we're just
They
dumb.
buried many a barrel in Lake Erie.
What did you say?
Yes, that's why the Michiganders they stay sick. Because
you mean?
Yes, they're drinking the water that has Agent Orange in it. Look it up on the internet for yourself. Okay?
You mean to tell me, because this is like mustard gas, you know, when they during World War II.
That's what it is. They call it different things, but it is mustard gas too.
Yeah, and how they commercialized a war product.
Yes.
Designed to facilitate the extermination of people.
Exactly.
And now it's mainstreamed, and now we get to spray to get rid of weeds and stuff.
Okay, look, you know what? I don't use any of that stuff.
I use acetic
I have the
acid.
prettiest yard in the whole neighborhood. You don't need that. What are you going to do with it?
I just use vinegar.
Because when you walk on the grass, that stuff gets into your shoes and into your bloodstream, and it destroys your liver.
That is absolutely.
Remember, the liver is the organ that metabolizes. In other words, it tells the nutrients where to go.
Right.
But it's also the detox organ in the body. And if you give it too much stuff to do, it's going to quit working.
And then you're going to have liver
You're going to
problems.
have liver problems.
Can you replace the liver?
No.
I didn't think so.
There right now, no.
Okay.
However, one liver cell will regenerate a whole liver.
One liver cell will regenerate
a whole liver.
A whole liver.
But you can't take the liver out. So you don't want to damage it at all.
Okay. Okay. That is amazing. That is so sad, though.
Okay, so Lyme disease is not curable.
And it's from
the insurance company is not going to pay you a dime. And it comes.
Why won't they pay you? Because it's not curable?
No, because no.
So you are suffering with a potentially fatal disease.
Exactly.
And you cannot get help from your insurance, health insurance?
No, they don't pay for it.
Now that makes me very, very
So you have to come to somebody like me.
Yeah,
and we'll help you with that.
Yeah. I have a friend that I'm gonna send your way. They've been able to keep him alive, but I'm telling you, this was so random, and I'm going to have to let him watch this video.
Question about your friend. Is he having any tingling in his hands or in his face or anything?
Early on, I knew something was way off.
I understand.
He's a white guy, good looking guy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, things started looking rather different.
I got you.
And he was very reticent to discuss his condition because I guess it can be fatal.
Oh, yeah, but see, what happens is that because the medical doctors can't help you, they tell you to go see a psychiatrist. I've seen that so many times.
A psychiatrist?
Yeah.
To tell you what?
That something is wrong with your mind.
Okay. You're going to go to a psychiatrist, which is a medical doctor that specializes in mental illness and uses drugs to address it. What are they, why?
Because they can't do anything for you. And
Well,
they tell you that you made it up.
You that? Oh, I mean, just
no, they tell you you made it up.
You made it up.
Yeah. That there's nothing wrong with you. Just because they can't find it, they just say, you know.
That you made it up.
That you made it up.
That is not.
But I've seen little children.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Like
the family with the.
Yeah. 8. One more time. When you come to me and I give you the paperwork to fill out and everything, then I start to interview and ask you questions. And let's say you've been diagnosed with Lyme disease. I'm going to find out about your environment.
That's the first thing.
Yeah, because you got to be where birds are.
Oh, or deer.
Or deer, or if you are your environment will include if you are a hunter.
Okay.
I see hunters.
You see hunters that have bumped into a tick.
Yeah.
The tick is where?
And the tick drops out of the tree.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The tick drops out of the tree?
Yeah, because the birds are in the tree. Simple.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. How long, may I ask you, did it take you to learn all of this? I mean, where did you learn this?
Okay, here you go. There's a key to everything.
Okay.
I have a pocket full of keys, and I have a door that I want to open. I've got to find the key that fits that lock. It's just that simple. But how do I do that? I have to ask these questions. Who, what, why, when, where, how? Is it possible to fix this? And if it is, then I'm going to be persistent. Then if it is, I'm going to be dedicated. Okay? Now, that's how you solve a problem. So you asked me how long it took?
Yeah.
If you know how to evaluate somebody, you can find anything. I don't care what it is, because their brain knows everything about them.
What did you say?
That's that simple.
The subconscious?
Yes.
Knows everything about you.
I know how to evaluate to find out what's in your mind, what's in your brain.
It's in you already?
Yes, ma'am. It's just like
God
the Holy
did
Spirit.
That?
Yeah.
Ah!
What does the Bible say?
Well,
where does the Holy Spirit dwell?
Within.
Thank you.
And he teaches you
everything.
Everything.
That's right.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but I never looked at it that way, which is they actually store and retain your health profile.
Except everything. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, it doesn't matter.
It stores everything.
Whew. My expertise is to get it out.
Yes.
So that we can share, and then you can say, oh yeah, I remember when that bird dropping hit me in the head, or yeah, I had a tick bite. And because I know how to evaluate it, I can tell you exactly when it happened, how old you were and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Sure
when that happened. Because it's retained.
Yeah.
You know what? The human body is
Awesome.
absolutely awesome.
Yes.
When the Bible talks about how fearful and wondrously we have been made, when David said that, that is so true.
Right.
So you don't have to depend upon an outsider because it's all on the inside.
That's right.
It's just pulling it out and
That's
then
right.
fixing it.
That's right.
Whew. But that's a comfort.
Yes.
That's a comfort. So if you have people like yourself who are skilled and trained to go through the process and to make the identification,
Exactly.
that is amazing.
Yeah. The good thing to do is to go to school and become a certified natural health professional. Then you come to me and I mentor you.
Okay, now there are a number of different schools. Are you talking about the one in Indiana?
Exactly.
I have to ask this question. Did you ever know Dr. Shasky?
Dr. Shasky
is deceased.
Is my mentor.
No, stop it.
Charles David Shasky.
No,
Yes.
don't tell me Dr. Shasky is your mentor. Well, I want to tell you that Dr. Shasky was my mentor, Dr. Saba's closest friend, and he started that school.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dr. Shasky, I did a 40-day water fast.
Okay.
Under his
guidance.
Of course, I
Yeah.
wasn't going to do that without him.
Yeah.
Would be in a box.
I knew him very, very well.
Oh my
We
goodness.
used to travel all over the country doing workshops.
Oh my goodness. You cannot be serious about Dr. Shasky. You're getting ready to make me. Dr. Shasky told me about Kangen water. I'm not doing a promo. Calm down, please. I'm not doing a. This is kismet. This is.
Yeah. We've been to many universities.
I mean, brilliant man.
Yeah, a lot of churches.
Yeah.
Doing workshops.
Dr. Shasky, I'm going to tell you, I was in the middle of this 40-day fast, and I was not doing well on the water. And he called me. He said, Michelle, I woke up and I saw your face, and he said, how you doing? I said, I ain't doing worth a hoot. What do you mean I'm doing? I'm in this bed, and I'm going through it. And he told me to take a coffee enema. He said, you're full of parasites. And do you not know, after I took that enema,
you were okay.
I was not only okay, but I was done with any kind of meat. Not eating anything.
Yeah.
He was like, Michelle, they got to go somewhere. And I was like, he said, no, you're starving them. You're starving them. They don't have any food, and they caused a blockage.
Exactly. Yeah.
And once I did that coffee enema, they all came out. It was horrible.
Let me tell you about Dr. Shasky.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so.
Oh my goodness.
I had arthritis so badly. I had another friend that was living in Michigan.
Yes.
And she called me and told me about Dr. Shasky.
Yes.
So I said, okay, let him come on, and I'll invite some people to the house.
Right.
And we'll have this little mini workshop.
Right.
Well, at the time, he was selling a remedy called the Freedom Formula.
Okay.
And it was for arthritis, inflammation, pain, and swelling stuff. And so after the workshop at my home, I asked my husband, I said, do you think I ought to buy this stuff? He said, yeah, if you think it's going to help you. I said, okay, I'll buy 3 bottles.
Okay.
And after that, Dr. Shasky and I, boom, just like that. He is the one that introduced me to colon hydrotherapy.
Who do you think introduced me to colon hydrotherapy?
And then I went to Michigan and took colon hydrotherapy, and then I signed up for school right then.
He told me, if you do nothing in my memory, I need you to go to that school.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't do it.
Well, it's okay.
I know, but
because like you have an instructor right here in Ohio.
Yes, I had no. I'm so serious. That school has grown and evolved into something. Just for you all viewers' information, we're talking about catch up. A gentleman who was my mentor's very best friend, who His name was Dr. Shasky. He has an illustrious history as a doctor, MD, did work over in Japan, serious work. The alkaline water is not new, okay? He was able to introduce that technology into Japan. After World War II and Hiroshima and Nagasaki, women that were pregnant started having babies with 2 heads and all kinds of really horrible things. And he was sent over there by Harry Truman, then president, to set up their healthcare system over there. And anyway, turns out this man that I loved, and I do mean loved and admired, is your mentor.
Yes.
Oh, and started the Indiana Institute for naturopathic
Certified natural health professional.
Certified natural health professional.
With Dr. Wendell Whitman.
Yes.
See, Dr. Shasky and Dr. Whitman used to travel in a trailer all over the country trying to heal people.
Yes.
And they got tired of it, so that's why they started.
Is that why they started it?
That's why they started it.
Because I did not understand, but I will tell you what, that man was a national treasure. He brought so much understanding.
Yes.
From both sides, the
Exactly.
traditional medical as well as the holistic.
Right.
And what a joy. I just can't believe here. We're on television. I did not know you. I had no idea that oh my gosh.
Okay.
I got pictures of him. I got all kinds of stuff. We just used to have a good, when I went to Michigan, which was often, to Livonia and Southfield and whatnot, I always was with him and John. I mean, that was just amazing. He was an amazing man. You were blessed.
Yes.
To have a man of that stature and a godly man.
Yeah.
A godly man.
Right.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't have a choice.
Okay.
You just let the cat out the bag. You have to take me through this.
Okay.
You don't have a choice.
You know, another thing that I would like to talk about besides Lyme disease is diabetes.
Let's talk about diabetes. Hate it.
Okay.
1 in every 3 people has it.
Okay. I have a clinic in the Republic of Panama.
Okay. You're in the Panama too?
Yeah.
I know you're Panamanian, but I
I have a clinic there.
Okay.
And on a trip there was a professor from the University of Panama who came to my cousin's house.
Okay.
And I asked him what was the primary problem in Panama, and he said it was diabetes.
Really?
There's a big story behind it, but just to get, he said it's not cancer, it's diabetes.
It's diabetes.
Yeah. So he said everybody's got diabetes.
Everybody?
In Panama.
In Panama.
That was an exaggeration, but that's how serious he was.
What?
So.
What is that about?
So guess what it is?
What?
All right, this is what I found out.
Okay, good.
I found out that diabetes is truly a genetic disorder. There is a gene, it's called the KLF14 gene. If you're born with that gene switch turned off, you're going to be diabetic. And you're going to have Alzheimer's disease.
Oh my God.
Think about it. Think about it. Okay? How could you have diabetes from the neck down?
I don't know.
You can't. What happened to your head? You have it from the neck up too.
Yeah.
And then your brain cells start to die off because they don't get enough sugar.
So the sugar is
the problem.
The problem.
Yeah. Hold
but
on.
that I'm following you here.
All right now. So when
not to interrupt, but the fact that Dr. Shasky is your mentor has shifted everything for me.
So it tells you that everybody that's a diabetic is going to have
Alzheimer's.
Dementia.
Well, if that's the case, then America's doomed for real.
Yes.
Everybody. You're kidding me.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you.
Just think about it. You have a parent.
Yes.
And the parent have children, and they have children, and on and on. And everybody's getting diabetes because of the gene.
So how do you turn the gene off?
Just tell it to turn on.
No.
Everything operates in the brain
Tell the brain to
turn the genes on.
to turn the genes on.
Yeah. Some switches need to be turned off, like the allergy gene, the addictive gene. Those switches need to be turned off.
And you instruct the cells to turn it off? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, if it's diabetes, you need to turn the gene switch on,
Okay.
not off, because you were born with it off.
Off. So you need to turn it on.
I'm just giving you the big picture.
Oh my gosh, do not
And
tell
so
me
it
to
only
declare
takes,
a thing.
yeah,
and
it only
not.
takes a few days to get rid of it. However, you do have to do some other things.
I know you do.
If you look on the internet, I'm referring everything to the internet because you can look it up for yourself. You know that coconut oil is very important.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So you need coconut oil and some other things. You need some minerals, chromium picolinate, something that's called adenotriphosphate, and some other things. That you know that most people who have diabetes have sleep disorder.
Really?
They don't sleep. They don't get restful sleep.
Interruptions.
This doesn't. Yeah.
Constant. Okay. Not apnea.
Yes.
Apnea?
Yes.
Whew.
Yeah.
But snoring.
That's the diaphragm.
Can't get enough.
Can't get enough air.
Air.
Yeah. Okay. So just to make it real simple, diabetes can be healed if you know what to do about it.
Okay.
I'm not talking about taking shots either.
Oh, please.
Okay. However, if you're a diabetic, you don't want to fool around with it. You need to talk to your doctor and tell your doctor that you're with a holistic practitioner.
Okay.
That's going to help you with the diabetes. Because if the doctor is giving you insulin, he's going to have to decrease the insulin.
And that's going to be
little by little.
Well, what they're doing now is they're doing metformin with all of its problems, but they're heavily pushing metformin, heavily pushing glipizide and some other derivatives, heavily pushing this new medical, Januvia or something, which has complications including blindness.
Yeah.
And then they have an array of these shots.
Of course.
Not the insulin. These are pre-insulin.
I understand.
If you don't get past that, then they just say insulin.
Okay, I got you. Can you give me the definition of the word pre-diabetic?
I have no clue, other than they say you're showing all the indicators of, excuse me, please,
Okay.
of diabetes. You're not diabetic.
Excuse me.
Excuse
me.
I'm just trying to tell you something.
Okay, how do you get to be pre-pregnant?
I don't know how you get to be pre-pregnant.
You can't.
I don't know.
So in our field, you either have something or you
don't.
It's either yes or no.
Okay.
End of story.
Okay.
That's the reason I asked you the question.
What is they just say you're on the path.
No. When they tell you that you're pre-diabetic, it means that your insulin level is not correct. There's a lot to it. But anyway, in our field, in natural healthcare field, we don't care about that. What we care about is getting the people well.
That's all I want. Isn't that what, excuse me, viewers, hello, viewers, don't you just want to get well?
Yeah.
And be alive to tell some people?
Yes.
Starting with your family, your husband, your friends, your girlfriends, your church members, synagogue, Buddha, whatever. You just want to be around and healthy, right?
Now, guess what? If you get Lyme disease, which is a nerve problem, and have diabetes at the same time, you're in big trouble. And cancer. Those three are brothers and sisters that run together.
Cancer, diabetes and
Lyme disease.
and the tick guy.
Yeah.
Bug.
There's another one.
It
There
doesn't
are
matter
two
to
more.
me.
There are two more.
I'm here to learn.
There is Morgellons disease.
Okay.
A Morgan is a mutated parasite.
Just stop. What did you just say to me? A morgan is a mutated parasite. How did he mutate? What happened with his cell metabolism? I just have to ask, because I don't know anymore. You don't talk to me about, I'm like, what the heck happened? By the grace of God, I am still here. Okay.
I know.
It's
too much information.
No, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then you mentioned.
You can get a morgan from eating genetically modified foods.
Well, that's everything today.
Exactly. That's the reason you don't want to eat out of cans. You don't want to eat out of bottles. You don't want to eat processed foods. You want to eat organic foods that come out of the ground.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure you're not allergic to the dyes on the strawberries and things like that. Because if you go and look at the strawberries, most of them are going to be the same color.
That's not normal.
That is not normal because they sprayed it with red dye.
May I ask you, did they do anything funny with blackberries?
Yes.
Tell me.
Nightshade plant. Tomatoes, zucchini, squash. There are many plants that are called nightshade plants. Belladonna is a poison in them. That's a whole nother big thing. But you know what I want to take you back to?
What?
I want to take you back to the drug industry.
Okay. Here we go with Darth Vader. Okay.
About 100 years ago, there were some men in Europe who wanted to find the main thing that every human being had.
In common.
In common, and that was health. So they genetically engineered some trees, plants, and so on, and patented them.
Which they can do.
Yes, and that's how the drug industry started. It came from Europe. Bayer was one of the first ones. Of course, Bayer aspirin comes from
from the willow tree.
But you don't, the weeping willow tree, but you don't know what is in an aspirin.
You have no idea.
Yeah, it's aspartame.
What?
Yeah.
Why would they put aspartame?
No, it is aspartame.
That's what it is?
Exactly.
It is not?
The aspirin is aspartame.
It's in the name. Aspirin. Duh. I'm just.
Yeah. And so later on, Hitler, poor thing.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's gone.
No, but he was having a lot of issues.
Okay. Oh, health issues himself.
Right.
Dr. Shasky told me that.
Yeah, and before
he said he was walking dead anyway.
Yeah. Before he committed suicide, he made sure that he was going to change the way we do things in the United States. Back in those days, 80% of the healing was done by natural health care. All right?
I believe that.
And he sent some guys over here to do the druggy thing, and now it's switched. It's 80% drugs and 20% natural. But people are getting caught up on it. They're like,
Well, you know, one of the things about the leveling of the playing field and information flow is that we can key in, and if you're willing to do the research, you will get answers.
Yes.
And you may not like the answer you get, but you will get an answer.
Yes, and in my office, I get this, like I had a young lady yesterday that was eating some chewing gum.
Okay.
And I said, that's not a good idea.
That's not a good idea.
No, I said, before you eat something, look at the ingredients.
Right.
All it is aspartame. See, and aspartame damages the nervous system.
Okay.
And she happened to have somebody with her who was going blind. All right? Aspartame does all of that. It causes bleeding behind the eyeballs and the retina and so on. It causes there's a nerve in the back of the head. It's called the cerebral peduncle nerve. It ruins that, and then you're going to ruin your eyesight and all your limbic system. The limbic system is the five senses: touch, taste, hearing, smell. You know, and so you want to be careful about what you eat. Just because it's advertised doesn't mean it's good for you.
Oh, that marketing.
Toothpaste. Use fluoride toothpaste. Yeah.
Right.
Look up fluoride and see how much damage it does to you.
And see, the typical response, at least from the industry, is that it's in such minute portions.
Oh, no way.
And I'm like, but that's not how fluoride, it's white and crystally. And when they dump it in the water system to, quote, kill everything, and it does, including you.
Yeah, it kills you too. So don't drink tap water.
Yeah, I won't do it.
No, get some purified water.
Yeah, I'll boil it. If I run out of water, I'll boil it. I'll just boil it till it becomes a rolling boil.
Okay, I've found the best one is Nestle purified water.
I saw that.
Nestle Pure.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Kangen person.
Well, okay.
I'm serious.
It's all right, it's okay. But when you get new information, then you can apply it.
Okay, will do.
If you don't know how to evaluate what the bottle is made for, okay, with rather, those bottles have chemicals in them, to make them soft, right? So you can go online and you can look it up.
Okay.
Okay. They gave each bottle a number. So when you look at a bottle, it's going to have maybe a diamond, and inside of that, not a diamond, like a pyramid, and inside of that, there's going to be a number.
Right.
And that will tell you what you're doing.
But
number 1 and 3, you should leave it alone.
So you should be looking for a 2 or a 4.
No, not necessarily. I'll let you look that up yourself.
Okay, I'm good.
Number 7, you don't want.
Okay.
It's poison.
And they have to mark it.
The government makes them mark it.
Okay.
Or at least put it on a label or something.
But you know what? And this
don't cook in tap water, please.
Oh, never.
Never drink it.
Never. Not cooking in it either.
You buy cases of water like from Myers or someplace.
But how do we move? Because there is a downside to all plastic, and its inability to.
That's why they gave them the numbers.
Because the lower numbers are easier, or
each number means something.
Okay.
There is a chemical called bisphenol A, and there's one called bisphenol B. The more bisphenol that's in the plastic is the more poisonous it is.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
There's a lot to it, but I wouldn't advise anybody to drink tap water
or
cook with it.
Oh, no. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we have a major problem with the sewer system.
Exactly.
And the clean water commingling.
I understand.
And as a result, I shower in it, but I don't take long showers anyway.
I understand.
But that's just
You need a filter.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, everybody should have a filter. However, not with plastic. It makes it difficult. There's a thing you can pour water out of, and it has a filter on it.
Yes, Pure.
It's
they
called
call it Pure or something, one of those companies.
Zero Water, I think it's called.
Okay,
you
I
can
have to
do your own water.
Good.
You can take the tap water, and the filter will filter it out.
Will
and then you can use it. Yeah.
I have to look at that.
Yeah.
I have to look at that because I am incredible. I'm just very concerned about, to be very blunt, there has to be an answer here.
Yeah, well, see, when you drink water that's not good for you, spring water is not good because you don't know what you're getting.
Right, you don't know the source.
Okay, exactly. But it's going to give you something that's called neoplasmosis.
What is that?
Neoplasma is a cellular cancer.
Oh, no.
Big cell or little cell cancer can come from that.
No.
And the next thing is going to be lymphomatoid papulosis. I'm telling you too much stuff.
Oh, no, you're not.
Lymphomatoid papulosis occurs when you get bitten as well.
Not tick bite?
It can be a tick, but not necessarily. It can be
Spider.
another insect. It's called an arthropod. An arthropod is any insect is called an arthropod because it has feet that it walks on. Or yeah, that's what an arthropod is.
That critter has feet?
That's what pod means.
Feet.
The Latin word that means foot.
Foot.
That's right.
Arthropod.
Arthropod.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, you have not disturbed me, upset me.
So in order to get rid of Lyme disease, you got to kill the spirochete.
Right.
You've got to kill the arthropod, the poison from it, and so on.
You know what? We were going to talk about much more, but now we have run out of time.
Okay.
And I need you to give information. Just to bring my audience current, I'm interviewing Bette Ann Roebuck, who is a certified natural
health
professional, 20 plus years, clinics in Africa as well as Panama and in Dayton, Ohio. She consults globally, has for many years, acknowledged as a seasoned professional in her area. And I must tell you, I was shocked to discover that her mentor was a dearly beloved man that I loved and admired, Dr. Shasky, who's now deceased, and founded that institute. But give them your number.
My number is 937-238-2065. Once again, 937-238-2065. And my address is 8393 North Main Street, Dayton, Ohio. I'm in Randolph Plaza in a shopping center next door to the BMV, the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. And so I look forward to helping anyone.
And that is a beautiful way, viewers, to conclude today's part 2 of Health Challenges in America with Bette Ann Roebuck. I hope you have enjoyed the information, have gleaned. And let me just say this in closing, because if you've been watching me for years, you know that I don't put anybody on my show. But this issue of health and opioids and crazy stuff, okay, unspeakable stuff, it's got everybody edgy. And it's probably many of you that are watching. There is an answer, but it isn't in the form of a pill. It's about eating wisely, reading your labels. Take care of yourself so that you can live life wonderfully. And those are my parting words on today's segment of The Power of Money. I thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to bringing you more information in the future. And in case you're asking, yes, I'm going to have her back. I haven't finished the conversation. And if I can get enrolled in her school, guess what? I'm going to be there too because I want to live. I got children. I got grandchildren. I need them to know. So be blessed. I hope you've enjoyed today's segment of The Power of Money with Michelle Graves, known as the Money Lady, whatever. I'll see you soon. You take care. God bless you so much.